Welcome back. We're taking a little break from the house because there's no air conditioning down there, and this week is kicking my butt. I haven't gone down there to do anything. It's 6:30 at night right now. It's still almost 90 degrees and it's got to be 6,000% humidity. I'm out here sweating like R. Kelly at a Girl Scout convention. We got a new old truck. We got, judging by the grill, I'm going to go with one of the last years for the square body style. And it's a hooker. Everybody loves hookers, especially old beat up ones. You know, and you got the holes with the moss in them. That's how you know it's going to be good. So I got this truck for, we got a good deal on it. We got it from Ron the Mechanic. Oh, can we get everything in here? So what's the plan with this? I don't know yet. We've got a junkyard battery in it, and I just want to see if it rolls over, see if the engine's locked up. The best case scenario is with a very small amount of monetary input, we can have a tow truck that works. This thing is very far from modern. It does have a wheel lift on the back. I don't know how it works. It's electric, hydraulic. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I was told that it sat in the bushes where it was for 2 years, and I think the license plate is last registered in like 2005. If it starts and it works the way that it's supposed to, we'll have a crusty tow truck to do crusty tow truck stuff. That'll be nice. If it doesn't run, it is the same platform as the struggle bus, which you're sitting on. And it's got all the parts that I would need to do a 4-speed swap if I wanted to do that. The fenders are nicer than the ones on my daily, so we could probably pop those off and you know, sand them down and paint them and swap them out for the ones on the daily. The doors look like they're in a little better shape. It's weird, under all those layers of paint, it seems like that body is nicer than the daily, which is just how it goes sometimes. So I don't know what we're going to do with it yet. A lot depends on if we can get it to start. We fiddled with it a little bit, couldn't get good contact because somebody took, get down here, the side post terminal and just kind of blasted it onto some top post adapters, and they're loose. It doesn't make good contact. So I'm over here in the shade where it's only slightly unbearable. We're gonna see if we can at least turn this thing over. We gotta use a screwdriver because somebody's torn the ignition out of it. There's a bunch of wires laying everywhere. But it's a small block Chevy. If it turns over, it's probably gonna run. So we'll start there. That's a little better. So you are the ground. That's tight now. Well, of course, that's a different size. Okay, a different socket then. Ew. That's as per manufacturer's instruction, I promise. So now I gotta find my screwdriver. Wait till you see this ignition. All right, got the master key. It's really hot in here, like real hot. It smells like mouse. So can you see in there? Yeah. That's a sign of quality. Come on. Push the clutch in. Oh, you fucker. I got lights on. I got some of the lights on. I think maybe we just don't have enough electricity, so we hook the jumper cables up. Oh Lord, you're falling. Get up there. Fan motor works. So hook the jumper cables up to the struggle bus. It's not running because it's god awful loud. It's got dual batteries. Plus we got one in here with a little bit of juice. We should be alright. We'll be embarrassed if I have to call for a jump in that, but that's a problem for future Tom. Just not quite enough. As much as I love Chevys, if this was a Ford, it'd be a lot easier because I could stand out there, not in the greenhouse, and just jump the solenoid. Let's go wiggle some terminals or something. Come on. So I will note that I don't even know if there's a gas tank under this truck. It came with this fuel can. We splashed a little juice in it and hooked the hose in it. And we're just going to see if that'll do. That thing's probably not going to fall anywhere, so I could set that there. Still kind of fucked. All right, let's try again. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Those two batteries are, I think they're 1,000 amps a piece. Yeah, so I get 2,000 amps of crank over here. Whatever's left in this thing, it really should just kind of roll over. Maybe there's bad connection down there on that starter. Maybe the starter itself is junk. Really was hoping not to lay on the ground today, but I guess let me get my yoga mat out. Signal wire. Signal wire. That's the big hot. Oh. Well, guess we might as well look around while we're under here, right? So let's see what there is to see. We got a square drive shaft to the PTO, back to the chain drive for the winch. We got some homemade coil spring helpers back there. We got true dual exhaust. We got an oil leak. Oh, look at that. That's a legitimate Chelsea PTO made in Michigan. If nothing else, that thing still works fine. I don't see, other than normal body rust for, you know, a 40-ish year old vehicle, I don't see any rot on the frame. Man, it's not bad under here. Maybe we might have something here. That big old iron 4-speed. Oh yeah! We can fix that with a little Bondo. You don't have to worry about that. Alright, that's all I'm getting under it for the day. So we'll stick you back here. Let's see if it cranks this time. A key. I guess inertia's taken over. She wants to stay at rest. So, I think that's it for the day. It's almost 7 o'clock. I'm hot and sweaty. This is the this is for the wheel lift. Well, that works. So, old Holmes unit, and it's complete. It's even still got a little pad left on the brake for the winch drum. Like I said, the absolute worst case scenario, it's got some chrome wheels and extra hubcaps, and it's 6 spare wheels. Probably not the tires. For the struggle bus, this rear will fit the struggle bus. All the parts that I would need to do a 4-speed manual swap on my automatic truck, all those parts are there if I'd want to do that. The fenders are a little nicer, you know, they don't have the rust holes in the front. The doors, you know, the jury's out. Now, this thing's been spray bombed like 7 times, so I'm gonna have to actually run the VIN in the dash to figure out what this is. To me, this grill almost looks like an OBS grill, a GMT 400. So what, 88 to 99. Now I know that 88 was the first year for the GMT 400, but also the Suburbans and Jimmys kept these doors and fenders, not the Freightliner, these ones. Kept these doors and fenders until like 91 or 2. I don't know if they did that with the 1-ton trucks. I know when they switched from the GMT 400 to the 800, so the 800 is the cat eye. When they made that switch, the 1-tons carried on the old body style for like a year or 2 after. I don't know if they did that for this switch. Then again, it's all Chevy parts They're basically Legos, so who knows, that might not be the factory grill. This cab might not belong to this chassis. Who knows? We'll do a quick Google search on the VIN number, and you know, I'll throw that back in, I guess. But yeah, it's our new maybe project, maybe just pile of parts to have a truck to break, and you know, we'll get some body parts for that one, some parts for this. Maybe we'll pop this whole wrecker boom out and, I don't know, stick it on a razor and go tow four-wheelers in the woods. Who knows? But that's what I got. We'll get this up tonight. Little video. Very anticlimactic, I know. Will it run? Not today, because it's too hot to pull that starter down. So, in the meantime, I'll see if I can scrounge up a free starter, because I don't want to put any money into this until we have an idea of what it's going to do or be. Man, they spray painted the hell out of it, though. There's at least 5 different colors in this whole mess. Oh, I lied. Look at that. 2006. So, it's not been on the road in 19 years. My kids aren't even that old. This thing's been parked since before I was a father. This thing's been parked since before I had a license. I think it'll run now. See y'all later. Hopefully something more exciting.